Welcome into Texans Today. The Texans have finally made a selection in the 2024 NFL Draft, and they have selected with the 42nd pick defensive back Kamari Lassiter out of the University of Georgia. I know, everybody wanted to get Kool-Aid. Saints ended up jumping the Texans to pick him one spot before, but don't fret, because I think Kamari Lassiter is still a dog. I really like the addition of Kamari into this Texans secondary. He is 5'11 and a half, 187. Needs to bulk up a little bit. Now, our draft expert, Tom Downey, did have him as the 70th best prospect in this draft, the 9th best cornerback. But I think he's a guy that you can start day one. And when you see what he did at Georgia, he was an absolute shutdown corner for a national championship team, and that needs to be something to be said. The scouting report on Kamari Lassiter, he's not the biggest player, but still willing to tackle and be a good run defender. He has good feel in zone along with strong results in man coverage. Lack of speed is a big red flag for the NFL, but I've said this, defending Lassiter before in videos, because I had actually mocked Lassiter to the Texans in multiple of my mock drafts. There's been guys like a Richard Sherman. There's been guys like a Xavier Howard who haven't run the fastest 40 times, but it's the underwear Olympics for a reason. The real things that you need to focus on are on the field. A PFF coverage grade of 87.2. No interceptions last year, 8 pass breakups, 37 tackles, but he also didn't get targeted a lot because teams were afraid to target Lassiter. He was a shutdown corner on one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in all of college football with the Georgia Bulldogs. So I've given you everything to know about Kamari Lassiter at pick 42. I need to hear from you folks at home. Let me know down in the comments section. Grade the pick of Kamari Lassiter at pick 42, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments section. You're about to get hit with the YouTube ad break. Let me know what grade you would give the pick of Kamari Lassiter at pick 42. Personally, I'm going to give it a B grade. I think it's a solid pick. I think Lassiter is going to be somebody who can immediately step into your secondary with the additions of, Jeff Okudah, with the addition of C.J. Henderson, and compete for a starting job on day one. He may even be able to be somebody who you can play in nickel packages, in the nickel alongside Desmond King, alongside maybe play him in a quasi-safety role in dime packages. But I give it a B because I really like Lassiter as a prospect. Now, am I a little upset that the Texans didn't get Kool-Aid McKinstry? Sure. I'd be lying to you if I told you I wasn't a little upset. But at the end of the day, the Texans got a really good player with their first selection. They've been making moves all offseason, and there's still a ton of good, talented defensive players on the board. Not a single linebacker has been taken off the board yet. So there's still opportunities, there's still options to take some playmakers down the road. Now, I'll get to the best available. I'll get to, who the Texans might take at their next pick coming up in just a moment. But I couldn't do today's show if it wasn't for our amazing sponsor, and that is Game Time. Go check them out today. We are sponsored by Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. And if you want to go catch a Texans game out, maybe an Astros game there in the middle of their season. I know they're slumping a little bit. But if you want to go check out a game, go ahead and use the Game Time app and use code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. One of my favorite things about the Game Time app, this is, the upcoming Astros games coming up. You see those little pictures next to the games or like right underneath the games? It denotes, special games that are happening. If they're giving away jerseys, maybe if they're giving away trophies, or if they're giving away something, if there's a fireworks night, it kind of shows you the different nights they have. Also, you can check out the top artists coming to Houston. You can check out the latest shows, the latest comedy shows coming into your town. Use the Game Time app. It is the best site for last-second tickets. Lowest price guaranteed. If you can find a ticket in the same section, in the same row to an event that you already purchased the tickets at Game Time, they're going to give you a 110% discount. But when you go to Game Time today, make sure you use the code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but go check them out today. Go check out all the events in your area using Game Time. Now, Kamari Lassiter at pick 42. This adds to the secondary of this Texans team where there could be more additions to come. There's a lot of safeties on the board as well. A safety has not been taken in this year's draft unless you, I guess, consider Cooper DeJean a safety. But you add him alongside the likes of Jeff Okudah and C.J. Henderson, Desmond King, Derek Stingley fighting for some roster spots, fighting for some starting positions there on the front end. And like I said, you can even play him in a somewhat safety-type role alongside Jimmy Ward, Jalen Petrie. I do think they might still take a safety down the road, but this is what the Athletics' Dane Brugler had to say about Kamari Lassiter. Lassiter doesn't have elite physical traits at a position where size and speed are at a premium, but his play recognition and competitiveness are both off the charts. Although he is viewed as a nickel-only guy by several teams, he has starting talent, a grade of a second or third round grade, number 62 overall. Now, I know what you're saying, number 62 overall, the Texans got him at 42. Well, there's the run on corners. There's a lot of corners that just got taken right before the Texans. Do I wish they maybe were a little bit more aggressive and could have traded up? Maybe. But at the same time, I do like the selection of going out and getting Kamari Lassiter. And this is the best part about doing this live during the draft. I'm able to see the very next pick by the Cardinals is actually another corner in Max Melton. So a big run on corners here in round 2 of the NFL draft, and the Texans got their guy in Kamari Lassiter. I think it's a smart pick as well. With the amount of corners being taken off the board, you can address other needs like linebacker. You can address other needs with your next pick in the second round, maybe defensive tackle, even though there was a little bit of a run on defensive tackle. So I actually like that question, Smitty, if you want to go to it. Who do you think the Texans are going to take at pick 59? You can either give me a player or you can give me a position. Who do you think the Texans are going to take with their next pick at pick 59? Let me know down in the comment section who you think they're going to take or what position you think they're going to take. We actually have the best available. We have that graphic, correct? We have the best available left on the board right now as the Raiders are picking right now at 44 while we're filming this. So I'll be able to tell you who they take in just a moment. But here's the best available left. Oh, we don't have that left? Oh, that's all good. That's all good. I would say right off the top of my head, linebackers. Edgerrin Cooper is still on the board. Peyton Wilson is still on the board. Look for the Texans to go maybe linebacker, also defensive tackle. I really like Mason Smith. The Texans have been linked to the LSU guy a lot, so could be an option there at pick 59. The only way that you'll be able to check out our videos in the future, who the Texans are going to pick at 59, my analysis is if you go down and hit that sub button. Go to youtube.com/TexansTV and make sure that you hit that sub button, hit that notification bell to know everything going on around the Houston Texans. I'm your one-stop shop, the #1 Texans channel on YouTube, the fastest growing Texans channel on YouTube for a reason. Hit that sub button. It's a completely 100% free if you want daily Texans news and rumors videos. And while I'm live here, while I have you, Jackson Powers-Johnson, the pick at 44 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Jackson Powers-Johnson off the board. I'll keep you updated with the Texans' next pick. Make sure to hit that sub button. Let's go Texans.